Welcome back to the show. It is a fun day for me today because we're going to be talking to a couple of filmmakers from Austin, and they're going to be screening their film, A Christmas in New Hope, at the Waco Indie Film Festival. It's the kickoff film, Carrie Wick,
Yes.
for the film fest. Carrie, of course, is programming, feature programmer and marketing for the film fest, and this is really exciting time.
Yeah, yeah. This is our opening night film, so we always have our red carpet party where we people they check in, they get registered with us. We have tons of interviews on the red carpet, and that lasts about 2 hours, and then we go across the street to watch the movie at the Hippodrome. And the movie this year, of course, is A Christmas in New Hope. I love it that it was filmed here. It's so special. So I rewatched it last night just to make sure it was fresh in my mind for today, and it was so much fun just seeing some of the locations that you recognize. I recognized the church. I think it was St. Albans Church here.
Yeah.
I didn't quite recognize where like the party was held at. I thought it was one place, but I'm pretty sure it's not. So I'm gonna have to ask you guys later where that was, and then where the houses were, because it was just so fun to know. Oh my gosh, this is Waco. I can't believe we have this in Waco.
All right, well, let me introduce you to Julia Barnett. Wave at everybody. And Mindy Raymond. And Julia was director, screenwriter, and also served as producer. Mindy is producer of this film, and as Carrie says, it was shot last year in Waco, and so I'm excited. I can't wait to see it. Now you've watched the film.
Yes.
I've seen the trailer. We'll show the trailer here in just a minute or two, but it's available now. Folks could watch the film now. Is that right?
Oh, yes. Yes, on Amazon Prime, Apple TV, and it's also on Tubi if you want to watch it for free.
Okay, so we've got a story about a young mother who goes through a bad breakup, moves to a community, and kind of gets involved in a contest. She's the mom of a Down syndrome daughter. So pick up the story there. Tell me what the plot is.
Yeah, so she is an aspiring influencer and decides to enter this home improvement competition in order to win some money. She's living in her mom's house, like a little bungalow, and her mom has passed away and didn't pay the bills. So she kind of did this competition as a way to keep her home. Her next door neighbor is also in the competition, kind of a cute, hunky guy. I bet you're not surprised about that. She and her neighbor Gavin kind of like start to hit it off, but really he really connects with her daughter Charlie first, and that's how kind of he wins her heart. Yeah.
What made you think of this plot to write? What sparked your interest in this kind of story?
Well, I wrote this with a writing partner, and actually we did this kind of thing where we started talking about titles of movies of
Hmm.
Christmas. We want to write a Christmas movie. And one of the titles we came up with was Winter in Waco.
Okay.
And yeah, it ended up not being the title of the movie, but it made us think about home improvement and those kinds of things. And also I think we Mindy and I, like, one of the things that's really important to us for our films is to include people who are not usually a part of the story. And so Charlie, the daughter, could have been also could have been a son, but we really wanted this child to live with a disability and just to be a part of the story. And like one of the side plots is that Victoria, the mom, she is a part of this group of other moms who all their kids live with a disability. And so, we didn't see that very much in Christmas movies. So we wanted to just like put that and let them feel included. Yeah, in the
Yeah,
story.
it's of course when you watch the film, watch the trailer, which we will show. It's like a Hallmark. It's just sweet, beautifully shot. Mindy, what was it like, planning something like this? First of all, what made you settle on Waco? And the casting and all the stuff that goes into shooting a film.
Yeah, I think, it was a dream project to work on with Julia. Once we decided that I would come on as producer, it was kind of full steam ahead, I would say. Filming in Waco was a great experience. We partnered with a company up there called Vision Vehicles. And so they were producing partners for this movie. So they were able to, again, help us with locations and find the places that we need for the script. But as with any film, and I don't know if this is common for most folks that are listening, but you're into a project, a movie, usually about 2 to 3 years, like from the beginning till it's kind of out in the world and it's living its life. So, going into that, you want to make sure that you're working with great people. Like Julie and I have a great partnership, and just understanding the longevity of these projects, that how long they take. There's always a production that comes in and drops some great money into these towns that we get to film in, which Waco was amazing, and they rolled out the red carpet for us. But then it's really that, long time post-production, then getting it out into the world for everybody to see. So we're based in Austin, so it was long distance. We stayed in Waco for weeks and just made it happen. But again, the city was wonderful to work with. I feel like the locations that we had, as you had mentioned, were really great and really fit the story. And we were fortunate enough to have these 2 houses side by side that we had access to. So that really was able to just make the story all the more clear from the script.
Yeah, you needed that because they were next door to each other. So
Right,
yeah,
that's right.
So tell me how you two met. How did you? Is this your first film project together?
Yes, it is. But we've known each other for a few years. Yeah, it was our first. We've done multiple since. We had known each other through just some mutual friends. And we have this group here that we're a part of called Coffee Gals, and it's creatives, female creatives here in the Dripping Springs area that we get together and support one another in various ways. And she and I had known each other there. And then, the opportunity arose for me to come on to produce A Christmas in New Hope. And we've been going at it ever since. We started a production company and getting ready to do a lot more projects together.
Are you really? What's the name of your production company?
It's called Rolling Reels Production.
Rolling Reels. Okay.
Yeah, so we've done 2 features together, and we're in pre-production on 2 more.
Are you really? Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Your eyes are getting big. Okay.
I'm impressed. You just said it takes 2 to 3 years, for a film. So for you guys I can only imagine how much time it's taking up to be working on that many at once.
Yes.
You must be extremely organized. I mean, I'm very, very impressed. But this particular film, casting a child actor who has a disability, what was that like? How did you go about doing that, finding this child?
Yeah, that's a good question. I actually asked some other filmmakers who had worked with actors that lived with Down syndrome and then got connected to an agency out in LA. And we kind of had our eye on, you do your research and see who's out there. And so this this agent sent us some tapes. So people kids auditioned for the role. And when when both of us, I don't know, I think Mindy had the same reaction, but when I saw Mia's audition, I actually burst into tears.
Oh, really?
Because she was everything that my writing partner Kathleen and I had thought of for this role, and she was perfect for it. So we were felt really fortunate that we found her so early in the game. And actually, she was the first person that we wanted to cast because we felt like we had to get that role right, and then the others kind of fell in line behind it.
Sure. So tell me about your other stars in the show. Who are they? Are they Texans? Or I know one of them is not because he's got a beautiful accent, but he's not from around these parts.
Yes, Ryan Cooper. He's actually originally from Australia. He's our male lead in New York City, and he's done other Christmas movies. Katrina Bowden is our female lead, and she was a series regular on 30 Rock, and she's done a lot of movies. Also, she's a Christmas movie. She's for it. And then, Malcolm Goodwin, who actually lives in Waco, and Farrah White, who lives in Dallas. Well, Victor also lives in Waco. Yeah. Stephanie Kurtzuba came in. She came in from New York.
David Ayers came in from New York. So it's kind of like a New York, Texas combination. A lot of our friends, both Julie and I lived in New York for many years. Victor was out in New York for many years. Malcolm has friends in LA. So we kind of called on, on our friends that we love to work with. Mm-hmm. who happen to be amazing actors. And that's the beauty, I think, as we have been in this industry long enough, you start to, have those professional actors and folks in your life that you can call on for movies like this.
Now, your film, since it's out there, as I understand it, Carrie, it's not up for an award in the Waco Indie Film Fest.
No, yeah. So like film festivals, usually what we're trying to do is showcase movies. So they're looking for distribution deals. You guys have already gotten several of them, which I love. I'm so thrilled for you guys that it's out there public. And so since it's one that's already out there, it's not eligible for any of the awards, unfortunately. But that doesn't mean it's not awesome. Clearly it is. That's why we're having it be our opening night film.
Well, obviously it's your opening night film.
Yeah.
You think pretty highly of it.
Yes.
Yeah, again, too, just the opportunity to be back in Waco and to have this screening there is really special to us. We were able to have a screening at a theater here in Austin, and some folks came in for that last Christmas as kind of our, premiere cast and crew screening. But it's so special to be able to come back to Waco, invite all the extras and people that were part of the movie to see it on the big screen. It's so unique. It's something, that's what we love to do, experience it with others, with an audience, and just have, like you said, Carrie, like a little Christmas in July. It's going to be wonderful.
Well, I was just having lunch with some friends, and I mentioned that I was going to be talking to you. She goes, "Oh, I know the guy who was videographer on it." So, I mean, it was definitely, a local thing, and it made quite the hit. What time of year did you do this? I know you did it last year, so you had a compressed period of time that everybody came into town, right?
Yeah, it was actually 2023.
Oh,
we shot
it?
March of 2023.
March. Okay.
Yeah, I was definitely watching because I know it doesn't get that cold here. So I was trying to watch and see what time of year is it? Are the trees like barren? So
well, but here, you can
you
get almost
did a great
Christmas.
job.
Around Christmas is when the leaves turn colors.
Yeah.
So, I mean, so people that know.
Yeah.
So we know it was shot in Waco. Is it referenced as being in Waco, or is it New Hope is the name of the community?
Correct. The city is New Hope, Texas, and so that's what's referenced. And yeah.
Okay, well, I want to take a quick break, but when we come back, I want to hear a little bit more about the two of you and some of your future projects as well. So stay with us. We'll be right back.
Charlie was telling us about your new neighbor. It was Mr. Gavin this and Mr. Gavin that.
He is the last person I want to waste this beautiful night talking about. I mean, he is so loud. And he's constantly doing work on his house. It just seems like it never ends. I'm also pretty sure that his rooster is either evil or possessed or both. Go away. Shoo. On top of all of it, he is a musician.
I thought you didn't want to talk about him.
I hate this place.
Don't say that. This was Nana's house. It's just like she's with us.
And the worst part, I can't even afford to keep this place, let alone fix it up.
Hey, Victoria.
Hi.
Yeah, it's a local competition, and the winner gets $25,000 and a chance to be featured on an episode.
I'll do it.
Really, Mom?
Yeah.
How's the wallpapering coming along?
Good. It's a bigger project than I expected it to be.
I'm doing a reno could be overwhelming, and having a little help helps.
We want to hear about the romance.
We live next door. I don't want things to get messy.
Messy can be beautiful sometimes.
I have been following you for the last month, and I am very impressed. We can discuss how I'm going to make you queen of the influencers.
Yeah, that would be great.
Hey, Charlie, can you tell me what your Christmas wish is?
I can't tell you my Christmas wish. It won't come true.
Thanks for including me.
It was Mom's idea.
Okay, talk to it. All right!
I'm ready to tell you my Christmas wish now.
Escape into fitness with the Schwinn IC4 bike, providing a premium, heart-pumping indoor cycling experience that combines digital connectivity with superior Schwinn quality. The IC4's smooth, quiet ride features magnetic resistance with 100 micro-adjustable resistance levels. Escape the everyday with the Schwinn IC4 bike, your ticket to a life well lived.
At Matt Piffle, we believe in celebrating your journey, past, present, and future. Our unique personalized products are designed to boost your confidence, elevate creativity, and honor what matters most. From custom home decor to meaningful gifts, we help you cherish the memories that make you who you are. Visit mappiffle.com and start celebrating your story today.
I just loved hearing from Julia and Mindy about their filmmaking and really look forward to more great projects from the two of them. You can catch A Christmas in New Hope next Thursday evening at the Hippodrome for the kickoff of the Waco Indie Film Festival. The Ann Harder Show is brought to you by Main Event Waco.
If I've learned anything in the last year, it's that to show up as my best, I need to make intentional choices. And that goes back to the absolute basics. Number one, it's I have to move. And number two, to stay hydrated.
I have been using molecular hydrogen from Water and Wellness to support my health and well-being. It helps with energy, recovery, liver health, and more. The hydrogen has been a game-changing addition to my own wellness routine. The tablets dissolve into my water and deliver powerful minerals to help my body feel its best all day long.
Today's show is brought to you by Main Event Entertainment Center. They've got it all. They've got bowling, virtual reality, laser tag, billiards, shuffleboard, and more. And if you mention my name, Ann Harder, when you're booking, you get double arcade play free. And if you book by July 24th, your guest of honor will play free. For your next main event, it's Main Event, 2420 Creekview Drive in Waco, right next to the Cinemark Theaters. And we're back with Julia Barnett and Mindy Raymond in Austin. They're coming to us via StreamYard. And so happy to have you with us. You're in Austin, filmmakers. And, of course, I have Carrie Wick here with me as we're talking about the Waco Indie Film Festival, which is going to be getting started on the 17th. And to kick off the event, it's going to be a wonderful party.
Yes.
And folks can still get tickets for that.
Yes, yeah. We if you go to our website, we have. If you just want to go to the opening night celebrations, if you can't come the rest of the weekend for some reason, we have tickets where you can just come to the opening night party and the opening night screening of A Christmas in New Hope. But of course, we have VIP passes that you can get, which gets you into all of the screenings all weekend long and our infamous after parties as well.
Yeah, it's known as one of the best film festivals because of the parties.
Yes. We
So
like to
have
have fun.
So have Julia and Mindy, have you been to the Waco Indie Film Fest before?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So what's your experience?
Well, actually, I was going to say my first short film won. I won won an award, won the best short award. That would have been in 2018, 2017.
Oh my goodness! Yeah, good.
And then, we were there a couple years ago, my son and I, for another, First Day was there too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was like we screened another film of Julia's that my son was in. And so we had that there as well. I had just a wonderful time. I mean, this festival truly is, I know it got voted like one of the best festivals. Congratulations.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
tell them about your award. Tell them about.
Yeah, so it was just recently announced. So we are on the top 50 film festivals that are worth the submission fee. And that is like worldwide. It kind of excludes some of the bigger festivals because we all know that. Yeah, they're infamous already. Yeah. But to make the list is just an incredible honor, and we are just so thrilled. It's our 9th year to be on there for a fairly young festival is just really humbling and amazing and thrilling, and so we're excited to celebrate that this year.
Well, looking forward to seeing. Now, are you going to be involved in the panel discussion of female filmmakers that will be happening on the 18th at Fabled Bookshop?
Yeah. I will be a part of that panel.
Are you good? Yes, because there's a book apparently written about this subject, and were you interviewed by the author, or how did all that? Do you know anything about that?
They had not yet. I think that will all happen on the 18th.
That's going to be a wonderful event as well. I'm looking forward to that. I've had the ability to interview another female documentary filmmaker. Her film's going to be shown on Saturday morning. But there are lots and lots of wonderful films for folks to see.
Yes, absolutely. We, there's something for everybody. We've got 3 separate venues this year, at least 3. There's a few times we have another one going. Tons of documentaries. We have some great feature-length films. We have a great sci-fi film. We have tons of short blocks. We have family-friendly ones. We have not so family-friendly ones. We have a great horror film this year that actually just hit distribution, but they're still part of our film festival. That is really good. I got a little bit into it, and I'm not good with scary movies at all, and like this one really got to me.
Oh, really?
So yeah, no, it's creepy, like in the best way. It's a really good one. And then we have a sci-fi one this year. So we've just kind of got something for everybody. And we're really excited about having so many opportunities to screen so many films with the 3 venues now.
Well, I'm fascinated about the work that you all do. You mentioned having a son. I mean, you've got families. I take it the amount of work involved in not this one project, but juggling multiple ones. I mean, I really don't know how you do it.
Well, Mindy is very organized. I'm kind of organized, so it helps.
Yes, it helps. Yeah. I think, this is something that we've been doing for so long too. Julie and I started in this industry as actors, and, we're going on over 20 years of being in this industry. And so I think, you sort of find your way and you find your people that you really work well with. And that just, it makes a huge difference, especially in the creative fields. You have to be surrounded by people that understand the vision, what you're trying to do, and support that, from beginning to end. And I think having this unique partnership is special, and it's not, always typical that happens in the creative fields. But yeah, we've just found a really good kind of working relationship as well as a friendship. We both have kids. Julia teaches my son acting. We definitely have families. We have very full lives. But the beauty of it is that we get to do something that we're passionate about and that has purpose and meaning. And we continue to tell these stories in just a unique and fun way that we just, there's constant gratitude for it.
Well, did you always know you wanted to do this kind of thing? When did you know you wanted to be actors?
Oh, I wanted to be an actor when I was a child. And I started acting. I had an agent when I don't know if you did, Mindy, but I did like commercials in Indianapolis. And I had an agent when I was younger. So that was always something that I wanted to do, but I also wanted to write. And for me, and I think probably Mindy too, I have to do something creative. And about 9 years, I guess 2016, I really took it more seriously and started making my own shorts. Mm-hmm. I kind of got tired of telling other people's stories, so I wanted to tell my own. Not that I got tired of it, but I found more fulfillment in telling my own. I should say that. And then, this partnership, I don't know if I could have written it better, honestly. Mindy came on to produce Christmas in New Hope. Truly, Mindy came on and she brought on the first investor, and then she basically just started doing producer things, making decks and doing this. And I was like, do you want to be a producer? and so, and then after we went through that, I feel like that whole shooting A Christmas in New Hope is kind of what solidified our working relationship, because you don't really know how well you're going to work with someone until you're in the pressure and in the fire of being on set and things are falling apart, and how are you going to keep it together, and so we just worked so well together, and I was like, let's do this. So we both just said, okay, let's make this production company. Then 3 months later, we went into production on a horror movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because we're crazy. That's why. And so we had 2, films going through this whole cycle. And now I think we've learned so much that hopefully we're plotting it out in a way that's more healthy for, there were a couple months that were just really intense.
I'm sure that's true. Mindy, what about you? When did you know this was the kind of work you wanted to do?
Same as Julia. I was pretty young. We owned a pizza restaurant growing up, and I did all the commercials for that pizza restaurant. And this was in Kearney, Nebraska, in a very small.
Yeah.
But it just became like very apparent. I loved acting and being in front of a camera, and so I went to school in New York for acting, and kind of found a great niche though on the producing side as well. There was some, just with acting, you're a little bit more on call for other people's projects and other, at the whim of kind of other people's life and work and all that, because as an actor, you're hired. And so as a producer, you get to, like Julia said, kind of create those stories and be a part of the process from beginning to end. And that just was so fulfilling for me. So I mainly focus on producing. I do acting here and there a little bit when the opportunity arises, but just anything in this industry. And I've lobbied for the film incentive program here in Texas for many years.
Oh, did you? Yeah. And of course, the legislature just approved. Yeah. So what does that mean for people like you to see the State House kind of come alongside you?
It's a dream come true. Honestly, I've been, in this world of lobbying for about 10 years now. So seeing where we started back in 2008 was the first time we had a program in Texas to where we've come now it's a dream come true, because as we all know, people want to be in Texas. They want to work here. We have the locations and the talent and the crews. And so finally now I feel like this session, it really solidified that, there is support from the state, and we've got a 10-year program, $1.5 billion incentive fund. And now it's just like, let the floodgates open. We're ready for business.
Well, now you mentioned, getting investors. How much money does it, if I can ask that question, how much does it cost to do something like A Christmas in New Hope?
Well, we can't give the exact dollar amount because we're still selling it. But yeah, I mean, it kind of varies. You want to make sure you're not spending like multi-millions of dollars on genre movies because they just are not making that money back in distribution. So a lot of times you want to back into like, how much do you think you can sell this movie for? And then back into a budget in that regard. And right now our industry has been all over the place, as Julia can attest to. So we just got to be scrappy and make movies the way that we know how and can, good quality, but obviously not for, millions of dollars. It's just hard to make that income back.
Well, and I would think Texas is very attractive for that purpose because you can do things so much more, I don't know that inexpensive is the word, but at least reasonable for like renting things and all the kind of things I would think you have to do. Right, Julia?
I think for any filmmaker, no matter where they live, they have to kind of look at, I think, what the sword that's in their hand or their resources that they have. So if you're a filmmaker that lives in Cincinnati, Ohio, you should probably shoot your film there if it's going to be low budget, because you are going to know people might give you a discount on hotels and food and you have your community. So for us, we want to shoot in Texas, and this is our home. This is where we live. These are our people. And so, a lot of the stories that we're telling are set in Texas, and that's important to us. But I think like for bigger productions, now that we have the incentives, Texas is a place where people can come and production companies can come and can shoot here. I think that's what's really changed the game for other people to come in and shoot here in Texas.
Okay, so you both were not born in Texas, so you lived in New York for a period of time. What brought you to Texas and when?
Well, ironically, we both moved here in the same year, 2000.
Yes.
But we did not meet until like a decade later.
Oh.
And, I moved from New York as well as working television and film actor. And I think for us is like we started having kids, my husband and I, and we grew up in the Midwest, and we like wanted a place with a backyard and all of that. And there was still an entertainment industry here in Austin. I actually didn't know very many people when I moved here. I knew like 2 actors that were on Friday Night Lights, and that's it. So it was a hard adjustment at first, but just because you're starting in a new place. Mm-hmm. But I can't imagine living anywhere else. Like, this is home, and now we're raising native Texans, you know what I mean? Like, so they'll never let us leave and go anywhere else. So
That's okay. Well, we're glad you got here. Mindy, what about you? What kind of brought you here?
I went to undergrad at University of Texas here in Austin. So I was, I tell this story often when I was driving out of Austin. It was 2001. And I was, tears are streaming down my face. I'm driving out of the city and I'm seeing it disappear in my rearview mirror. And I'm like, I will be back, Austin. I will be back. But at the time, like the film industry was just kind of getting started in the, 2001, indie film was just kind of happening. And I couldn't figure out how to make a living in Austin at that time. So going to New York, and then living a little bit in LA, like really gave me those opportunities in bigger markets. So then in 2008, my now husband and I came back to Austin, and it's just been a perfect move ever since.
Yeah. Well, that's great. And one of the wonderful things that the Waco Indie Film Festival does is have a tour for filmmakers around to shooting locations. Tell them about that.
Yeah, so it's one of our options. I think it's on Friday or Saturday morning, I forget which. And Lewis has arranged tons of filming locations. Did you guys go on that tour when y'all were here?
I did.
Okay,
yes.
That's what I thought.
Well worth it. Yes.
And so, I know he hit some of the historic homes. He drives them through some of the scenic areas here, takes them to different places. You get lunch with it from one of the local places just to showcase the various opportunities here. So New Hope obviously was supposed to be set in a small town. And so even though we're a larger city, comparatively, you've got the small town vibe here. And I think one of the cool things about Waco is that we really do have such a variety of age of homes here, from the historic houses to the older neighborhoods, where you guys shot the film, so you can kind of get a really good cross section of settings here in one place. And I think too, we're such a convenient location. You guys are from Austin. I know you stayed up here, but really it's like an hour and a half drive, depending on where you are. Dallas is like an hour and a half to 2 hours. Houston's only 3 hours. So we're really centrally located, depending on where you're trying to shoot from. So it's a good location.
Well, I'm anticipating a lot more activity here and in the film industry. Wouldn't you think?
I'm hoping so.
Yeah.
Yeah, we one of the locations you had mentioned earlier, the dance hall, it was Tucker Hall.
Tucker Hall, yeah.
Okay.
They were great to work with. But again, for those filmmakers that are coming into town for the Waco Indie Film Fest, I highly recommend that tour. You do get to see so much of Waco that you don't normally get to see. And it just kind of gets those wheels turning too for locations.
Yeah, so you said St. Albans. We'll see St. Albans in your, and you thought the houses were on Columbus, is that right?
Yeah, somewhere, it's got to be in the historic area. I was thinking Austin, but I was like, surely there were not two houses available in Austin at the same time. So I'm thinking Columbus, somewhere in that area, probably.
I think it was Columbus.
Okay.
Columbus.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm trying to think. What's right next door? It was the little teeny museum. What was that? I have to go back and
okay. So I'm saving for that night. I want to see the film. You just watched it again last night.
I did, yeah. I wanted to make sure it was fresh. And I've watched so many films. I'm one of the feature programmers, so I've watched 120 films in the last couple of months, plus all the shorts that I'm watching now. And so I wanted it to be fresh. And I just really enjoyed it. It's a very sweet movie. I actually work in special education. That's my real paying job. It's not the Waco Indie Film Festival. I work in special ed, and so I love important role in there. Charlie was such a little pistol too. She had such a personality. So it was really just so fun seeing her. And I love that you guys thought to include that. I love that her community was other parents of kids with disabilities. We actually have a great community here of parents like that. We've got a Challenger League. And so I love that you're giving those parents and those kids a chance to see themselves on the screen and see some of that representation. It was really sweet.
So do you have a favorite scene from the film I should keep an eye out for?
I don't know, Mindy.
I love the scene where they're going out in the trees and they decorate the outdoor trees to celebrate somebody special. I think that's such a Texas thing that no other state does, where you decorate trees along a highway. And I just think that's really a great ode to Texas and our traditions here for the holiday.
What about you, Julia?
I mean, I live with the movie so much, I don't know if I have a favorite scene, but I think that the church scenes are really beautiful. And then also I do like when they go to Tucker Hall, and because all of the actors are in that scene, so But the home improvement stuff's really fun too.
I can't wait. I'm so jazzed about it. I'm so excited. Excited to meet you in person when we're all together here for the Waco Indie Film Fest. And the way you described that scene of you leaving Austin with, I will be back, that's got to show up in something. Got to.
Yes, absolutely.
I will be back, Texas.
It was so dramatic how I remember,
Oh, well, you both are delightful. Thank you. I know you've got a lot on your plate, and for you to take time out to be with us means a lot to me. I appreciate you both so much. Julia Barnett, who was the director, screenwriter, producer, and Mindy Raymond, who was a wonderful producer of this great film. So we're looking forward to seeing A Christmas in New Hope and Have a Christmas in July.
Yes. We're
Yep.
very excited.
So how can people go to get the whole pass for the whole weekend?
So wacoindie.com will take you to the page where you can buy tickets for, like I said, for opening night. I highly recommend the VIP pass. That our after parties are so much fun. Friday night we do board game night. We do Embarrass the Futures programmers. He asked movie related questions this year, so you guys will learn what beloved 80s movie I hate. I'm a little scared I might get thrown out of the party for it because I'm pretty sure it's going to be very controversial.
That's okay.
Yeah. But so just go to our webpage, wacoindie.com. There's a variety of options on there. If you can't commit to the whole weekend, you can just buy passes to individual movies. You can buy a ticket 6-pack if you want to go to a couple of movies but don't want to go to the after parties.
All right. Looking forward to it. Thank you, Carrie. Thank you, Julia, Mindy. Appreciate you all. Thank you. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Be the best parent to the best S-Pup. For Kitty, we decode more than 100,000 data points, so you know what makes them walk, talk, and act like only they can. We provide the best care and make smart health decisions, now and forever. Plan better, care smarter, love longer. Wisdom Panel, the world's leading pet DNA service.
Mom and Dad can be a little competitive. They get all, yeah, buddy, and heck yeah. Lucky for them, Main Event has over 85 games and activities to play together, so they can get rematch after rematch after rematch. So do something awesome together.
Yeah, all right. You're now measured by the day you're born or die, but by the dash and the time in between. It's not the gold on your head, not the crown on your bed, not the words you said, but the ones you mean. Life ain't easy, it's a cruel game she plays. You put your best hand down, and she's gonna call you bluff someday. When the chips they fall and the final card's been laid, ain't about how much you want, it's how you play. my father was a man of few words. He worked hard from sun up to sundown. He never took much from this Texas clay till he gave his breath away to the ground. And life ain't easy, it's a cruel game she plays. Put your best hand down, she's gonna call you bluff someday. When the chips they fall and the final card's been played, ain't about how much you won, it's how you play. No, it ain't about how much you won, it's how you play.
Smoke Pub was created by a group of friends who share a passion for great whiskey and cocktails. Frustrated by the lack of easy-to-use cocktail smokers, we set out to design something better. Our goal was simple: make smoking cocktails quick, clean, and fun. After countless experiments, we developed Smoke Pub, the world's first electric cocktail smoker. Join us on this exciting journey and discover the magic of Smoke Pub, where unforgettable cocktails begin.
Explore unforgettable experiences with Forest Travel. Experience the pinnacle of luxury travel with our exclusive global selection. From secluded villas to elegant train voyages, each moment is tailored for sophisticated exploration. As one of the most renowned and awarded travel agencies in the world, we are pleased to elevate your next journey to an entirely new level. Your extraordinary journey begins now. Forest Travel.
When you view the glass half full, the little things become magical. Like kicking back and sharing laughs, strike good vibes. And they'll come back. Celebrate what you love with what you wear. Even if what you love is kind of weird. Life is good in super soft tees that spark smiles. And connectivity. 10% of profits go to help kids heal. So choose optimism and make the magic real. Visit lifeisgood.com.
Hello, and thank you so much for joining us for our Made in Texas interview series. Today, I am joined by the filmmakers behind the feature film, A Christmas in New Hope. We have the film's director and co-writer, Julia Barnett, and the film's producer, Mindy Raymond. Julia and Mindy, thank you so much for joining us here today.
Yes, we're excited to be here.
Yeah.
Hey, Victoria.
Hi.
Yeah, it's a local competition, and the winner gets $25,000 and a chance to be featured on an episode.
I'll do it.
Really, Mom?
Yeah.
So A Christmas in New Hope is just a delightful Texas Christmas story with a charming cast of characters, and it's really one of those movies that gives you that Christmas nostalgia that you want from those movies. Can you tell our audience a little bit about the film itself and what inspired you to tell this specific story?
Yes. Well, we really wanted to make a Christmas movie that was set in Texas. And so we kind of combined some elements that we love about Texas, which is kind of like the sweet home bungalows and the music and family and support, you know, with your neighbors and all of that. So we really wanted to combine those elements into this Texas Christmas story. It's about an inspiring influencer, Victoria, who has to save her home. And her next door neighbor, who's this like Texas famous musician,
Very hunky.
Yes,
charming,
very
of course.
hunky, exactly. He bonds with her daughter, Charlie. And before they kind of fall in love, and helps her fix up her home and her heart.
Oh. It's a great description of it. It's just perfect. Well, the film was shot all in Waco, Texas.
Yes.
What brought you to Waco, and what was your experience like filming there?
Well, we looked at a bunch of locations kind of all around here, and Waco, our producing partners on the movie, Vision Vehicles, so they are based in Waco. So when they came on board to help us with the movie, it just obviously made sense to be up there. They've got a lot of connections and equipment, and we're able to get the locations, and because we have 2 houses that need to be side by side, and once that location got secured, we're like
The leads in the film, Armstrong. She gives an incredible performance, and she is an actor with Down syndrome. Can you tell us a little bit about casting Mia and your relationship with her as a director?
Yes. First of all, I adored working with Mia and her mother, Kara, as well. We had actually looked at some other actresses, and I reached out to an agent who represents children with disabilities, and so they sent us several auditions. And when I saw Mia's audition, I literally burst into tears because it was exactly how I wrote her. And actually her mom said, she was like, I can't believe some of the things that her character said, her character says really a lot and things like that, that's how she talks in real life. So it was kind of like she was coming to play herself, because also Charlie, the character Charlie, she loves to do crafts, and that's a big part of the story. And Mia is also like that, and she loves to draw and all of that. So
Very
that was,
artistic.
yeah,
Yes. But it was one of those things when we both saw her, we were kind of comparing, the audition tapes and looking back and forth, and we were like, who's kind of on the top of your pick? And both of us, so it was unanimous. It was immediate. We're just this is our Charlie.
For
She's
sure.
just
For
so
sure.
perfect.
Yeah, you kind of just fall in love with that character throughout the movie. She's perfect.
Yes.
She nailed it.
So there, you mentioned the music element too, which the other lead has a big, musical component to it. Was that a lot of original music? Can you tell us a little bit about the scoring process and songwriting process?
Yes. So the score was done by Curtis Heath, who lives in Fort Worth, and I've worked with him in the past. He actually did the score for Hellion. Amazing musician. And then my co-writer on the script, Kathleen Estes, wrote almost all the original songs. In fact, I think she wrote all the original songs. Yeah. So every song that Gavin sings, that the song for Charlie and the song for Victoria, she wrote those.
And she actually is in the movie too. She's in the band in the country dance scene. She's the one singing in the band. So her and her band got to be a part of it as well.
Oh, that's
just
so great. Such a community.
It really was. Calling all friends and family.
Yeah. It worked great. Do you guys have other projects on the horizon or in the works, or anything you want to share?
Yes. We so after A Christmas in New Hope, which is a holiday film, obviously, we promptly went into a horror film because that makes sense.
Both ends of the spectrum.
Yeah, I know. We shot the Christmas movie in March, horror film in July. So it was a real kind of whiplash experience. Super fun, though. We just had a ball, I think, because it was definitely lower budget, a little bit Fast and Furious, run and gun kind of idea. We could take a lot of liberties with it, which was super fun and exciting. Same for the actors that we worked with. So that was called Texas Cult House. It premiered at the Austin Film Festival this year, opening night, which was super fun. So that will be coming to hopefully TVs near you soon. And then the anthology Texas Cult House 1989 will be filmed next year.
Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, A Christmas in New Hope it's now available streaming on pretty much all platforms. Is that correct?
Yes, it's on Amazon, Apple TV, Fandango, Google Play, and Roku, and it's coming to Tubi.
Awesome. Wonderful.
Yes.
Well, Julia and Mindy, thank you so much for speaking with us today and making this incredible project here in Texas.
Thank you. Yes, thank you so much for having us.
Yeah, we don't want to shoot anywhere else.
That's
so
right.
We'll be here.
There's an old church house on the edge of town. They say lovers go there to lay their burdens down. So take my hand, let's go tonight. There's some things I must tell you. Don't be afraid, it'll be alright. So come lay your healing hands on me. 'Cause I once was blind, but now I see. And I'm just a prodigal looking for the light. Oh, I may be lost, but I'm gonna be found in your arms tonight. Oh, we've all got our demons. We're all broken at best. We're all hiding scars, baby, all deep down in our chest. Take a chance on me. Oh, you might be surprised. Oh, and what if we fall? Oh, but what if we fly? So come lay your healing hands on me. I once was blind, oh, but now I see. And I'm just a prodigal looking for the light. Oh, I may be lost, I'm gonna be found in your arms tonight. I may be lost, but I'm gonna be found in your arms tonight.
This is the Sonos Arc Ultra, and this is what you need to know about. It represents one of the easiest ways to get into high quality home cinema without loads of cables and faffing around. And that's because the Arc Ultra provides full Dolby Atmos without any rear speakers thanks to its sound motion technology. And Sonos is actually calling sound motion one of the most significant breakthroughs in audio engineering in nearly 100 years. It's an amazing setup, it sounds absolutely fantastic. I love the absence of fat. If you're a Sonos person, there's a reason you're watching this video.
I wanted to share a secret. I travel internationally every year. I struggle with insomnia both at home and especially in hotels. When I saw something called Fly Kit, what it promotes is there are herbal supplements to take that help you get your circadian rhythm reset into a new time zone. This was life-changing. It's called Fly Kit. I got 2 programs of it. My favorite aspect of the Fly Kit is it tells you when to sleep.
The 4-burner, side-burner, side-sear burner with Clearview glass stainless steel grill from Monument Grills. Made of tempered glass, which is strong, insulated, and allows you to check your grilling without lifting the lid. Our porcelain-coated cast iron cooking grids offer a large cooking surface of 513.3 square inches, primary cooking area, with even heat cooking. The Monument Grills include LED control knobs and are easy to light with pilotless electronic ignition. Better grilling, better value, Monument Grills.
Let's unbox the all-new Walking Pad X21. It is the hottest thing on the fitness market right now. Whew. I like it. I like it a lot. Well done, Walking Pad. So after using the Walking Pad, I absolutely loved it. For the price, I adore it. I highly recommend it.
My name is Henry Carter, and I'm an actor. And I became an actor because I think it might be genetic. I don't know. But my earliest memories are those of being taken by my mother to the movies and my wanting to be in the movie, in the screen, in the picture. And I remember looking back at the projection and wondering where it came from and so forth. I would like to be remembered for my movies. I would like to give something to people through my work, through my movies. And my movies, I think, as I understand it, on YouTube, can go on into infinity, long after I'm gone. And I hope that someday someone looks at my movies and finds something inspirational, finds something positive, something to show the joy of life. You know, life is a wonderful gift. So anyway, watch my movies and hopefully I will have given you something. If I have, I think I've fulfilled my purpose in life. Thank you.
Thanks for being with us. Tomorrow, it is a real treat for the ears as we experience a singing bowls sound bath. What? And hear about a dance with the morticians that's coming up. They'll be raising money for some pickleball courts. Have a great day.